In my efforts to put together a black bear hotspot guide, the black bear grind itself has gotten pretty interesting with a number of trophy bears, so I thought today we'd take a look at some of those trophies and kind of let this serve as a proof of concept for the upcoming black bear hotspot guide. If those hotspots are producing these trophies, I would like to think that it's proof that it works. I could never have predicted that our first trophy black bear on this grind would be approaching 400 kills in, and a rare, not a diamond. I don't even have anything loaded for the 300, so I guess we'll be taking him with the 308. I want to say a blonde heart shot, by the way. I'm not even sure. I've not shot a color phase black bear, I guess to call them that, since the black bear model changes, so especially with it being low light, I'm not sure what it is. It was level 5, but that's cool to see. I've been wanting one of those. There was a time when we were grinding for black bears, specifically looking for a particular fur type for a diamond. I was hoping to maybe encounter a rare, and finally, we get to see one. I'm gonna say, seeing it up close, blonde is probably what we're looking at. Get a quick screenshot of that, and let's kind of confirm that in the harvest screen. It is a blonde, 17.4 trophy rating. Man, you know, I'm glad that we didn't get one up until now, because the harvest screen just makes it so much better, and we'll definitely be sure to get a couple of good screenshots of this. I'm going to be intrigued to see how many rares, diamonds, and all that this grind ends up taking, but cool to finally get something on the board. Silver, blonde black bear, and hopefully more of those to come. I really wanted one rare on this grind. We've got that. Actually, got a level 5 common as well, so I guess we can take that too, but that is super encouraging to finally see just something. You know, on one hand, I think it is interesting that we found our second rare now, and in both cases, they've been right kind of close to dark, or even in this case, just after dark. But on the other hand, it is later in the drink zones when so many male black bears are out and in the open. So we are going to try to go ahead and get the, what I believe is cinnamon, and the max weight 7 beside him. With it being so dark, I can't even tell where his head is. It's going to be tough to not hit him in the skull, and they keep on kind of glitching around like that. I honestly don't know how to best go about this. I think we should try to heart shot him, but it's hard to even see. We actually got it. It was a level 5, so I wouldn't have been as worried. And now, honestly, this is going to be a little bit of chaos. The amount of bears around here, I have no idea how we're going to get them all, and the fact that it is almost dark is not going to help our case, but just trying to get any shots off that we can here. I can't believe none of those impacted. I've got a tripod down here at this spot as well, just to try to make stuff like this a little easier, but due to where the bears were, I kind of thought it'd be better to go into this tower, but I think we got 3, probably should have done better, but a little rare is worth the lower kill total. And by the way, we are maybe, I guess, 50 kills beyond the blonde that we shot. I guess 2 runs, and this has been a really good run. That right there was black bear number 35, I think. Now this is, of course, a longer run, so naturally more bears are going to be shot. We're coming up on about 7:30 here, so 30 minutes of black bear drink time remains in game, and probably I'll leave this run at that. But counting the other 2, like 37 bears this run, all males, that's by far the best I've had. And the big thing has been just waiting later and later into their drink time. I really do not prefer to night hunt, but the amount of bears from, say, 1800 to 1900 in the same spots, I think it's just going to have to be a necessity. Now, I still like the method that we've been going with of checking the spots early, maybe around 1700, shooting whatever bears are there, and then coming back and getting whatever other male bears move in. If there were, say, a total of 10, and we can get 4 the first time and 6 the second time, it just kind of makes our lives a whole lot easier in terms of the amount of shots we have to make. Because he dropped the cinnamon, did it float over? I think it's a cinnamon. I honestly could not tell. I mean, the blood's right there. It almost has to be. We'll get the 7 and try to figure out where he got to. It is interesting, though. No level 9s yet. Another max weight estimate bear in that Dusky level 7. And, I can't see that one floated across, but, like, we know he insta-dropped. Unless I ran right by him. I don't know that it would have been significantly easier to see him even in the daylight. He's kind of stuck in these reeds here, but at least we figured it out. And that is certainly, as we are approaching it, a cinnamon. So I believe 2 of the possible 3 rares for black bear. I mean, look at that. Again, in the harvest screen, they just look so good. I'm so impressed with the new textures, I guess, and new meaning from back in December. For the black bear, the blonde and the cinnamon just look fantastic. And as far as I'm aware, the brown fur type black bear still exists. That was kind of the 3rd color phase that you could get prior to the change. Now that they are all rares, I think it's still there. I don't have definite confirmation that any have been shot since they changed it. I've seen them in the trophy lodges, but those can be kind of older brown black bears. But if they made a new texture for it, I would certainly assume they're still possible, so I think there's still one more to kind of strive to get as we're on this grind. 600 plus kills, but finally, a level 9 black bear, 22 to 25, probably one of the highest estimates I've seen on a black bear, so that is encouraging. And there are just a ton down here, and it would be this spot. This is the area where we're getting close to 50% of our black bear kills, so it only makes sense that this is where our first level 9 spawns. So first of all, level 9 is not our goal, so we want to get everything we can here. We'll definitely try to get the level 9 first. Make sure that we get a good shot on him, and then it is going to be a bit of chaos, I would say, until we just kind of empty both of our guns. Now, I'm hoping that we didn't make a bad shot on the 9, because, frankly, I kind of got on target on other ones and lost track of where it is, but I felt pretty good about it. There's sometimes when, you know, maybe a bear is at a bad angle or something, and that can be easy to mess up the shot, but it certainly seemed to me he was very broadside, and it should have been all good. Now, there is a bug, and actually, maybe that would have been a good reason to stay on target. I'll talk about that in just a moment. There was one running to the right, that's it right there. Decent-ish shot, I think. So that's going to be all of them down. The bug that I was referring to is a bug that when you fire a shot, I think any bear species kind of has this immediate trigger to stand on their hind legs, to the point that they're partially standing up before the shot gets there, and that can actually cause a poor hit. So I hope that didn't happen. I didn't see a level 9 running around wounded. And we'll kind of go and see what's going on here for everything we just shot. By the way, as we have another male warning going up there, I do apologize for the thunderstorm that's happening. Funny enough, when we shot our Great One Whitetail back in the day, there was a bit of a thunderstorm happening, so maybe that's a good sign. We'll kind of see where that leads. But I'm going to say one of these 3 should be our 9. That was a gold level 6. I hear, actually, that other one, they normally do run this way. Gonna go 308 probably. Another 4. I've seen so many low-level black bear on this grind as well. It's been really interesting. Nice to find a 9, though. Thinking maybe it's one of these. That is it. 23.6 Dusky. That's a good-sized diamond, so it was right lung and liver. Luckily, we did not experience the bug that can happen. And, geez, our first diamond is 0.4 shy of the max. I guess it kind of makes sense with the estimate. Not half bad, and I actually think we killed everything that was here, which only happens maybe 1 out of 4 runs, and this is early. It is just after 1700. They don't always kind of get all packed in here like this. The last run, though, and again, something to kind of consider, there were, I think, 3 total, even really late into the zone. It can just kind of happen like that, and go figure this time, everything was there pretty early. So then we had a level 4 here, and I think that actually gets all of them. Or nope, there's still one more back there, and a warning call over there. Now that, if I had to guess, is one probably coming in still. As I said, it's a little early, so that will be a thing that happens. Had another level 4. Bare minimum 3. Bare minimum. Maybe 4 level 4s, I don't know. But lots of respawns, and finally, and maybe most importantly, our first diamond more than 600 kills in. Sometimes it's as if just getting that first one is all it takes. We've got another level 9, maybe 100 kills since the last, and a slightly lower estimate, 21 to 24, but he's in the wide open. I would certainly expect him to eventually go alert and probably offer us a standing shot, which, ironically enough, kind of helps to counter the bug that I talked about earlier. Now, he went straight to nervous, which may mean that we're going to want to use the 22. Sometimes I've seen black bears that flee, and then when they get to that point where they should go nervous, they actually stand up. Much like that, but... oh, that was odd. Did we encounter that bug anyway? We got him in the end, but that shot seemingly went right through him? Maybe it's best to not shoot him. This might change things. So I intend to, hopefully, if we can find a great one, take it with the hawk edge, like we've done with the whitetail and the red deer. And I've been considering trying to alert it on purpose and take the shot while it's standing, maybe to avoid that bug. I don't know, maybe there's an opposite effect where they drop back to, standing on all fours. That is interesting, because I can't see another reason that would have missed, but, I mean, either way, got our second level 9 down, just maybe a less than normal way to do that. In the meantime, before we have the Reese render in, we'll go ahead and hit the level 5, just kind of get that respawn, rather than not being able to see where he's at, and our level 9 is laying just up here in front of us. I hope he makes it. I honestly have no clue what fur type that is, but maybe it'll be a little bit different. Duskies have like a reddish color, so I think that's the dark fur type. It is a 22.9 diamond black fur type, so just barely made it by 0.1. Left lung, and I mean, you can see the first shot did not impact, so I will be intrigued to maybe slow motion that in editing and see what on earth happened. But got him in the end. That is diamond number 2 now. Now, I'll be honest, I am unsure of how I feel about the black bear up here on the wall, but we're actually in the Red Deer Great One Grind Lodge, and I just thought there's plenty of open space. Why not start the black bear in here as well? But a blonde level 5, cinnamon level 5, and 2 diamonds, I just feel a lot more optimistic about the grind now. And in terms of the hotspot guide, which all going to play in will come out tomorrow, I just feel a lot better about having a couple of diamonds and rares from those spots. I really like to have results when it comes to a guide, otherwise I feel like there's not a lot of credibility there, but seeing the diamonds and the rares, I think that guide is going to have a lot more weight to it, and hopefully getting that all put together, it'll help you guys out with your grinds. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.